Let them speak. Review hours 1 to 25. Please repeat or answer. Don't you wish you had had the chance to buy that? Are you thinking of saving some money in order to get one like that? Do you have any idea how much it will cost to get? How can you tell that it will probably be really fast? Do you enjoy riding on a motorcycle as long as the weather feels good outside? Isn't it too dangerous to ride if you're not wearing a helmet? Will you have difficulty trying to control a big motorcycle like that? By the time you save up enough money, won't they end up having newer models? In how long will you manage to have enough money to buy one? Is it worth getting a smaller one first, just in case you don't have enough money to get that one? As soon as you're able to afford one of these, where do you plan on riding to? Have you got to get a special license so that you can drive one of these? How do you like those uniforms? Don't all of those uniforms appear to be the same? Have you got any idea what they are about to do? Is the reason they're waiting there because they're about to get off the ship? Did one of them tell you that they were all supposed to be there at 2:30? Did you ask them if they feel bored just standing there? All they can do is wait until their commander shows up to tell them it's okay to leave the ship. After they hear their commander talk, do they hope to get off the ship right away so that they can relax on land? How many hours do they look forward to being off the ship today? Do they wish that they didn't have to wear their uniforms while they're away? Did they tell you how long it's been since they were last off of the ship? Did they say that they are really ready to have the opportunity to go out to some of the bars? Are most of them old enough to have a drink when they're off the ship? Don't they seem to be in love? Did he feel lucky that she was able to come? How many months has she had to wait so that she could meet him again? Does it appear that he was as excited as her to get to meet again? Did she have to travel far so that she could be there to meet him? Don't they wish that they could have gotten together to be with each other more often? How long will they be able to stay together before he's got to go back? Does he plan on staying with her as long as he can? Do they look forward to being together until it's time for him to go back on the ship? Doesn't she wish that he would never go back? Haven't they had difficulty keeping in touch while he's away on the ship? How long will it be before he gets out of the Navy? What does he look forward to doing as soon as he gets out of the Navy? Do you have any idea if he will be asking her to get married after getting out? Doesn't she feel like he is set to ask her anytime? How can you tell that they just started to begin their training? How long will it take them to get through training? Which one of them looks like he's the leader? Does he tell them all what to do now that they are all there? All they need to do is follow his orders. Will they all have fun being with him? Do they all wish that they could be like him? Do some of them feel like it's going to be more difficult being there than they thought? Are most of them pretending not to be afraid? Will he get them to be good soldiers? Will it be easy training them since they are all so young? Will he have them write all of their parents to tell them how much they like being there? Won't their parents look forward to hearing from them, even though they may not tell them the truth? Did he tell you what he was going to be doing? Do you wish you could have known how to do that? Will it be worth learning? What was the weather like at the time he went diving? Did he tell you that he feels excited every time he goes diving? Did he say that you can't help feeling frightened sometimes while diving? Do you have any clue what he's going to be diving for? Did he tell you how many minutes he is going to be diving for today? Did he tell you that he feels safer when he's diving with other people? Does he wish that he would have gone diving with another person today? Is the reason he is diving by himself because all of his friends wound up having to work? Who will help him get back to shore as soon as he is done diving? Did he tell them to come back to pick him up at 10 to 4? What did he tell them to do if they aren't able to find him? Don't they wish they had had more help in order to put out the fire? How many hoses do you see them using? Shouldn't they be using more hoses now that the fire is getting bigger? Will they end up bringing more hoses now that the fire is getting worse? Have they got any idea how long ago the fire started to burn? Did any of them say that they feel they may have difficulty controlling this fire quickly? Did they decide to carry oxygen just in case they need to use it? Do you know how to help them in case they ask you to come? Don't you feel that it's too dangerous for you to go out to try to help them? Did you almost get burned the first time you went to try to put out a fire? Did they say that the fire began burning at about 2:30? Do they know how long it will be before they can finish putting out the fire? What does it look like they're in the middle of doing? Do you see any of them carrying guns while they're there? Don't you wish you could hear what they're talking about? Are most of them taking notes so that they can tell others what to do? There is no sense trying to remember it all. Which one of them seems to be the leader, telling them what they should do? Are they used to getting instructions like this before they're ready to leave? Have they all got to stay there until when he finishes explaining things? Do you wish that you could have been there with them? Wouldn't you rather just let them do it? Will they be meeting there again the next time he decides to give them new instructions? How often do they wind up getting together so that they can make plans like this? Do you have any idea what she's crying for? Doesn't it appear that some of the soldiers have died since they've been there? How many months did she say that she knew most of them? Did she say that she couldn't help feeling sad and felt like crying? Did she tell you how they happened to die? Did she tell you that they died on February the 14th. Doesn't she wish that she could have been there to help them while they were fighting? Did she tell you that she's had a hard time sleeping ever since she happened to hear about it? Did she tell you that she used to go out with them a lot before all of this happened? Did she tell you that she'll never get used to not seeing her friends again? Does it appear that he's having fun jumping out of the helicopter? Did he get one of his friends to take this photo for him? Is he waving goodbye so his friend can take a good picture of him? Isn't it a lot more dangerous than jumping in good weather? Doesn't that seem too high to jump, since he appears to be above the clouds? Won't he need to have oxygen because he is jumping from so high? Do you have any clue how long it will take him to get to the ground? Did he tell you that he wishes he could do this every day? Do they let him go up to jump if the weather is really windy and rainy? Won't he begin feeling really cold while he's falling back to earth? Did you ask him what he thinks about while falling to the ground? Did he say how he manages to stay calm? How long has it been since she first started holding that baby? When was the last time she decided to give the baby some medicine? Does it seem to be working after giving the baby the medicine? Did that nurse tell you that she's glad it's beginning to work? Is she holding the baby so that she can help to stop it from crying? Does she wish that the baby wasn't so sick? Did she tell you that the baby doesn't feel as hot as she was before when she first had an opportunity to see her? Did she say that she can tell the baby will be getting better soon? Did she have the chance to talk to the baby's mom to give her the good news? Did her mom say that she wished she could have brought her to a hospital earlier? How come the mom wasn't able to see a doctor earlier to treat the baby? Did she tell you that she was afraid her child might get COVID, so she decided to stay away from the hospital? Did she say that she got to bring the baby there as soon as she could tell it was safer? Don't they all sound so excited to meet after 3 months? Who appears to be the happiest to see him finally returning? Did they get to see him last on the 23rd of August before he left on the ship? Does he wish that he could have come back sooner? Did they make him take all of his clothes and belongings off of the ship? Do those women wish that he doesn't have to go back out again? Did they tell you how long it will be before he gets out of the Navy? Did he say that he's looking forward to going back to college as soon as he gets out? Did he tell you that he hopes to get his degree by the time he's 23 years old? Will the Navy help to pay some of his tuition while he continues taking classes? Did he say that he needs to get some of that money right away so that he can begin to register for classes? Did he say that it was worth being in the Navy so that he could get the college money? Does he wish that he had been able to go to college earlier? Won't it help him to get a better job by the time he decides to get married? Have you got to concentrate hard while practicing boxing? Has she been learning that since her dad recommended it a few years ago? Did she like doing it the first time she had a chance to practice with her dad? Doesn't she wish that her dad would have asked her to try to do it earlier? Does she have difficulty finding other girls so she can compete with them? Does she have to have good coordination in order to hit that boxing bag? Did she tell you that she is better with her right hand than her left hand? Shouldn't she put on boxing gloves while doing that? For how long did she say that she was going to practice today before going to dinner? Did she tell you how many days a week she has the chance to practice? Don't you wish you could exercise as much as she does? Does he seem to have a good sense of humor? Does he enjoy racing whenever he has the opportunity to compete? Did you ask him if he happened to win the last time he got to race? Does he usually manage to run faster than people without a disability? Did you ask him how long it's been since he's lost part of his leg? Doesn't he wish it never would have happened? How long did he tell you that it took him to recover after having the accident? How many months was he in rehab so that he could get used to using the new leg? Did he say that he ended up getting depressed for months after being in the accident? Did he tell you that at that time he felt like he was never going to feel better? Has he begun to feel a lot better these days now that he's able to exercise? Who did he tell you helped him to get better the most? Did they help him to keep a positive attitude so that he wouldn't give up? Is he used to exercising so hard? Can you hear him breathing hard? Does he have his coach pour water over him so that he can cool down? Do you wish that you could go out and practice boxing with him? Did you see him win the last time he had a boxing match? Didn't he look exhausted like this by the time he won that match? Did he tell you that he wished he had learned to box earlier in high school? Did he tell you who he wishes he could box next? Has he told you that he feels confident that he'll be able to beat him? Do you wish you could be there the next time that they decide to box each other? Do you enjoy watching a good boxing match, even though it looks brutal? What have they come to meet together for? Do they seem to be happy that they will have time to relax together for a while? When was the first time they had the chance to meet while training for the Army? Did you ask them how long ago they finished training for the Army? Did they tell you that the last time they met was October the 15th when they went to fight? How have they been able to keep in touch since they started fighting? Do you have any idea if it will be long before they'll have to go back to fight? Don't they really wish that they wouldn't have to go back to fight? Don't they wish their country was at peace so that they could live a normal life? After leaving the army, what are some of them thinking of becoming? Which one of them seems to be more serious? Are they getting ready to leave so they can help some of their friends nearby? Do they tend to work together most of the time whenever they are asked to go out to fight? Don't they wish that the war was over so they could go home to their families? Did they tell you that they've known each other ever since they were in high school together? Have they managed to keep safe since they first went out to fight together? Don't they wish that they had more ammunition to use? What kind of gun do they seem to be carrying? Do they prefer using that kind of gun instead of using regular rifles? Did they tell you that they'd rather use that one, even though it is harder to learn to use? How many months have his kids been waiting for him to return? Do any of them feel like crying? Will he be able to hug all three kids together as soon as his daughter gets to get closer? Can you tell which one of them appears to be the happiest to see him? Don't the kids wish that he had never left? Now that he's home, What do they plan on doing together first? Is he thinking of showing them around that plane so that they can see where he works? Wouldn't his kids just rather go home to talk and play together? Don't they wish they could hurry home to have a party now that he's come back to be with them? All they want to do is be together alone for a while. Does he wish that he had had time to buy more gifts for the kids before coming back? Does it seem like they're about to fall over? Do they manage to control the bikes well so that they can keep that from happening? Doesn't that take a lot of strength to do while they're turning? Do you wish you had known how to ride a motorbike like that? Do you know if the same guy was in front the last time they both came around? Has he been in the front ever since they began racing today? Will he probably stay in first as long as he keeps going that fast? Will the other guy have any chance to pass him before the race ends? Do you know how many laps they still have to do before the race is over? Do they ever get to stop to get gas after the race starts? How many minutes does it take them to go once around the track? Do you know how much the winner will get if they happen to come in first? Thank you.